Today I am giving you the key element, the secret sauce, if you will, to unlock the vault of success and abundance. It's something so powerful, yet often overlooked. This is the principle of acting as if you are already where you want to be, doing what you want to do, and having what you want to have. Dive into a story that beautifully illustrates this concept. Picture a young man decades ago with nothing but a vision. This individual, call him John, found himself at a crossroads with empty pockets, but a heart full of dreams. He dreamed of being a successful entrepreneur, a millionaire, even when his reality was far from it. What did John do? He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He started acting as if he was already a successful businessman. John dressed the part, polished his shoes, and carried himself with the confidence of a millionaire. He read books on business, attended seminars, and networked with potential mentors, always presenting himself as someone on the verge of great success. And here's the kicker. John hadn't made his first $1,000 yet, but in his mind, he was already there. You might wonder, how can acting as if make any real difference? Here's the thing. When you embody the mindset habits and confidence of where you aspire to be, your actions start to align with that vision. It's like setting the sails of your boat in the direction of your dreams. You're not merely pretending. You're preparing yourself for the reality you want to create. Now let me ask you, what dreams do you hold in your heart? Do you see yourself as capable, deserving, and ready to achieve them? Or are you waiting for a sign, a magical moment that declares you're ready? The truth is, that moment comes when you decide it's here. John, our friend from the story, made a pivotal choice. He chose to live in the reality of his dreams before they materialized. This mindset shift opened doors, attracted opportunities, and yes, it propelled him toward the success he envisioned. People began to take him seriously, not because of the wealth he had, but because of the conviction and readiness he displayed. So how can you start acting as if today? It begins with how you see yourself. Visualize your success vividly. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Educate yourself relentlessly in your chosen field. Speak with confidence about your goals and aspirations. Surround yourself with people who embody the success. Remember, acting as if is not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about embracing and stepping into the version of yourself that's capable of achieving your greatest aspirations. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy with your highest potential. Start acting as if. Let your actions reflect your highest intentions. Let your daily habits be the evidence of your dreams. And watch as the universe begins to conspire to turn your dreams into your reality. You have the power within you to change your life. It starts with believing in your vision so strongly that you live it, breathe it, and act on it every single day. Your future is waiting for you to take the first step. Will you take it? The cornerstone of any great achievement isn't found in physical resources or even in the sharpness of one's intellect. It's nestled deep within the realm of belief. Yes, belief, a simple yet profound conviction in one's abilities and vision. This powerful element is the engine behind every story of triumph, every tale of transformation from obscurity to greatness. Consider the journey of a young woman, Sarah, who embarked on her entrepreneurial path with nothing but a fervent belief in her groundbreaking idea. Sarah's beginnings were humble, her resources limited, and her support system almost non-existent. Yet she possessed an unshakable belief in her vision and in her capability to bring it to fruition. It was this belief that propelled her to take bold steps, to reach out to potential investors even when rejection was a common occurrence, and to tirelessly refine her product. Today, Sarah stands at the helm of a multi-million-dollar company. Her belief turned into a tangible reality that not only serves her, but also contributes to the world at large. You see, belief acts as the lens through which we view our capabilities and our potential to affect change. It shapes our thoughts, which in turn shape our actions. When we believe deeply in our worth and our vision, we emit a certain energy, a magnetic force that attracts the people, resources, and opportunities necessary to turn our dreams into reality. But how do we cultivate this indispensable belief, especially in the face of adversity or when our current reality seems to starkly contradict our aspirations? Firstly, it's imperative to consciously feed your mind with positive affirmations. Just as a garden requires regular tending to flourish, so too does your mind require a steady diet of uplifting and affirming thoughts. Start each day by affirming your worth, your capabilities, and your unwavering commitment to your vision. I am capable. I am resilient. I am on my path to achieving greatness. Secondly, visualization plays a crucial role in nurturing belief. Spend time each day visualizing your success in vivid detail. See yourself achieving your goals, experiencing the joy, the pride, and the fulfillment that comes with it. This mental rehearsal primes your subconscious to recognize and seize the opportunities that align with your vision. Surround yourself with stories of individuals who have traversed the path from nothing to something purely on the strength of their belief. These stories serve as powerful reminders that your current circumstances do not define your future potential. They remind you that belief, coupled with action, is a formidable force capable of surmounting even the most insurmountable obstacles. Cultivate an environment that reinforces your belief. Surround yourself with individuals who not only share your vision, but also embody the qualities and achievements you aspire to. Their journey and success serve as a constant source of motivation and affirmation of the possibilities that belief in action can unlock. However, it's also crucial to understand that belief is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It requires nurturing, especially during times of doubt or failure. In such moments, remind yourself of your why's the core reason behind your pursuit. This why is the anchor that keeps your belief steadfast. Let me ask you, what is your why? What drives you? Is it the desire to create something of lasting value to transform your life and that of those around you, or perhaps to realize a vision that's been burning within you? Hold on to that. That's why, for it is the fuel for your belief. One technique stands out, not just for its simplicity, but for its profound impact on those who master it. This technique is visualization. Imagine for a moment harnessing the power of your mind to paint vivid pictures of your success, so real and tangible that your subconscious begins to work tirelessly toward making those images a reality. This isn't mere daydreaming. It's an active, deliberate process that has propelled countless individuals from the realms of mediocrity to the pinnacles of success. Consider the story of Michael, a young entrepreneur whose beginnings were anything but auspicious. Michael's business ventures were initially fraught with failures. Yet every night, Michael would close his eyes and envision himself leading a successful enterprise, speaking at major industry conferences, and being featured in top business publications. This daily ritual of visualization wasn't escapism. It was the fuel that kept his ambition alive, driving him to persevere through setbacks until his visions became his reality. Why is visualization so powerful? It taps into the creative potential of the subconscious mind, programming it with the outcomes we desire. When we visualize, we generate powerful feelings of success, confidence, and belief that permeate our actions, steering us towards our goals. It's as though we're rehearsing our success, making it familiar and attainable to our psyche. Now let me guide you through a visualization exercise. I invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax. Imagine yourself 5 years from now having achieved your most ambitious goal. You are a millionaire, a beacon of success, and an inspiration to many. Picture the life you're living, the freedom, the joy, the sense of fulfillment. See the people around you, the places you visit, the experiences you enjoy. Feel the pride, the gratitude, the exhilaration of having made your dreams come true. Hold on to this image, savor it, let it fill you with hope and excitement. Now gently open your eyes. How do you feel? This is the power of visualization. There's a tale of an athlete, call her Emma, who used visualization to clinch an Olympic gold medal. Every day, without fail, Emma would visualize her race, from the sound of the starting pistol to the feel of the water against her skin and crossing the finish line ahead of the competition. She visualized not just the actions, but the emotions, the surge of adrenaline, the determination, the overwhelming joy at victory. Emma's story is a testament to how visualization can be a game changer, not just in business, but in any field of endeavor. So how can you incorporate visualization into your daily routine? Start by setting aside a few minutes each day, preferably in the morning or before bed, when your mind is calm and receptive. Focus on a specific goal and create a detailed mental image of your success. Engage all your senses. See it, feel it, hear it, even smell and taste it if you can. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more powerful its impact on your subconscious mind. Remember, visualization is not a one-time task, but a continuous practice. It's like planting a garden. You must tend to it regularly for it to flourish. Combine this practice with action. For visualization without action is like a car without fuel. And you'll be amazed at how quickly you begin to see results. We often look up to those who have achieved what we dream of. Millionaires with their tales of transformation and triumph serve as beacons of possibility. But have you ever paused to ponder what sets them apart? It's not merely the wealth they've amassed, but the habits they've cultivated along the way. Today, delve into these habits, not as distant concepts, but as actionable steps you can incorporate into your life starting now. One hallmark of many successful individuals is the habit of rising early. It's said the early bird catches the worm, and in the context of millionaires, this couldn't be truer. Consider the story of Anna, who transformed her small bakery into a national chain. Anna's day would start before dawn. This quiet time allowed her to plan her day, focus on her goals, and work undisturbed. The lesson here is profound yet simple. Starting your day early gives you a head start. It's not just about waking up. It's about what you do with that time. Make it productive, focused, and aligned with your goals. Then there's the habit of continuous learning. In a rapidly changing world, staying updated with the latest knowledge in your field can be the difference between leading the pack and trailing behind. James, a tech entrepreneur, attributed his success to his insatiable appetite for learning. He would read extensively, attend workshops, and take online courses even after his business had taken off. James knew that to stay ahead, he needed to keep learning. So how can you emulate this? Dedicate at least an hour each day to learning something new related to your field. Let curiosity be your compass and don't shy away from topics that challenge you. Networking, the art of building relationships, is another key habit. It's not just about collecting business cards, but about genuinely connecting with others, sharing ideas, and finding ways to help each other grow. Sarah, once a struggling artist, leveraged her network to get her art in front of the right people, catapulting her to success. Networking can feel daunting, but start small. Attend industry events, engage in online forums related to your field, and don't forget the power of a sincere follow-up. Remember, the goal is to build lasting relationships, not just acquaintances. But how do you bring these habits into your life? It starts with intentionality. Choose one habit you're most drawn to and focus on integrating it into your daily routine. If it's rising early, begin by setting your alarm a bit earlier each day until you reach your desired wake-up time. For continuous learning, identify books, courses, or podcasts that intrigue you and carve out time each day to dive into them. As for networking, set a goal to connect with one new person each week, be it virtually or in person. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent steps that lead to significant changes. Anna's Bakery didn't become a national chain in a day. James didn't build his tech empire by attending a single workshop. Sarah's art didn't gain recognition without countless interactions. Each of them had days of doubt, but they persisted, driven by their habits and the belief in their potential. Now, Betsy, I ask you, what habits will you start to cultivate today? Will you be the early riser, using the quiet of dawn to set your intentions for the day? Will you become a lifelong learner, constantly expanding your knowledge and skills? Or will you master the art of networking, opening doors to new opportunities and connections? There's one undeniable truth that stands as the cornerstone of all achievement. Action is paramount. It's not the dreams we dream, but the steps we take toward them that transforms our desires into reality. The difference between a dreamer and a doer lies in one simple act, taking action. Yet it's this very step that many find the most daunting. Today, explore how to bridge that gap, moving from the realm of wishful thinking into the dynamic world of action. Consider the story of Clara, a woman with a modest background and a dream to start her own clothing line. Clara's journey wasn't fueled by luck or by chance encounters with influential people. Instead, it was her relentless pursuit, her decision to take action every single day that carved her path to success. Clara started with what she had: a single sewing machine, a pile of fabric, and a heart full of hope. Each piece of clothing she created was a step towards her dream. It wasn't easy. There were days of doubt, financial strain, and countless rejections. Yet she persevered, understanding that action, even in the smallest form, is powerful. Now, what stops many of us from taking that crucial step? Two formidable obstacles stand in our way: procrastination and fear. Procrastination, the thief of time, often masks itself as perfectionism. We wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions before we act. But here's the truth. Perfection is an illusion. Action is about progress, not perfection. To combat procrastination, start with the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This simple strategy can dramatically reduce the pileup of tasks and make the act of starting less intimidating. Fear, on the other hand, is a more complex adversary. Fear of failure, of judgment, or even of success itself can paralyze us. Overcoming fear starts with acceptance. Accept that fear is a natural part of the journey. Then reframe your perspective. View each attempt, not as a potential failure, but as a step towards learning and growth. Remember, the only real failure is the failure to try. Draw inspiration from Eric, whose dream was to build a technology company. Eric's path was fraught with challenges, each decision laced with uncertainty, yet he understood that action was the antidote to fear. With every pitch to potential investors, every prototype developed, and every feedback session, Eric moved closer to his goal. His actions, driven by a blend of courage and calculated risk, eventually led to the creation of a company that revolutionized its industry. So how can you incorporate this essence of taking action into your life? Begin by setting clear, achievable goals. Break down these goals into smaller tasks and tackle them one at a time. Celebrate each accomplishment, no matter how small, as a victory. This builds momentum and reinforces the habit of action. Surround yourself with individuals who embody the action-oriented mindset you aspire to. Their journeys, filled with ups and downs, will serve as a reminder that action is the bridge between what is and what could be. Cultivate a mindset of resilience. Understand that setbacks are not stop signs, but detours toward your destination. Each action you take, despite the fear and doubt, is a declaration of your commitment to your dreams. Particularly the dream of building wealth, one element stands out with remarkable significance: relationships. The foundation of any significant accomplishment lies not just in the hard work and intelligence of the individual, but also in the strength of the connections they build along the way. It's through networking, mentorship, and collaboration that many have catapulted themselves from obscurity into the realms of success and prosperity. Consider for a moment the story of Lucas, a young entrepreneur with a vision to revolutionize the way we use technology in our daily lives. Lucas's journey began not with a groundbreaking invention or a hefty bank loan, but with a conversation at a local networking event. It was this conversation that led him to meet his future mentor, someone who not only guided him through the intricacies of the tech industry, but also introduced him to a network of individuals who shared his passion and vision. This network became the bedrock of Lucas's success, providing him with resources, advice, and most importantly, the encouragement to persevere. So how can you too build and leverage relationships to propel yourself toward success? The first step is to recognize the value of networking. Understand that every person you meet has something valuable to offer, whether it's knowledge, experience, or connections. Approach networking with the mindset of learning and sharing rather than taking. Attend industry events, join online forums, and don't hesitate to reach out to individuals whose work you admire. Remember, the goal is to build genuine connections, not just a list of contacts. Mentorship is another crucial aspect of building wealth through relationships. A mentor is someone who has traveled the path you're on and can offer guidance, advice, and support. Finding a mentor starts with being clear about what you're looking for. What skills you want to develop, what goals you're aiming to achieve, and what kind of guidance you need. Once you have this clarity, seek out individuals who align with your aspirations. Don't be afraid to ask for mentorship, but also be prepared to show what you bring to the table. Mentor-mentee relationship is a two-way street based on mutual respect and learning. Collaboration, too, plays a pivotal role in building wealth. The most successful ventures often arise from collaborative efforts, where diverse skills, perspectives, and resources come together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Look for opportunities to collaborate with others, whether it's on a project, a business venture, or even a community initiative. Collaboration not only expands your network, but also enhances your skills and opens up new avenues for growth. Now, talk about connecting with influential individuals. It may seem daunting, but remember that at the end of the day, influential people are just that, people. Approach them with genuine interest, respect for their work, and a clear idea of what you hope to learn from them. Prepare yourself by researching their work, understanding their challenges, and identifying how you can add value to their endeavors. When reaching out, be concise, courteous, and specific about why you're seeking their advice or mentorship. Let me share another inspiring story, that of Maria, a young artist who leveraged her relationships to turn her passion into a thriving business. Maria understood the power of showcasing her work, not just in galleries, but in community spaces, local businesses, and online platforms. It was her ability to connect with people, to share her story and vision that attracted patrons, collaborators, and sponsors. Maria's journey underscores the importance of visibility and engagement in building a network that supports and amplifies your success. Especially on the path to achieving monumental success, setbacks are not just probable, they are inevitable. It's a truth as old as time itself that no great feat was ever accomplished without overcoming substantial hurdles. But what separates those who eventually stand on the podium of success from those who don't isn't just talent or opportunity. It's resilience, the ability to face failure head on, to learn from it, and to forge ahead with even greater determination is what defines true champions. Take a moment to reflect on the story of Thomas, a name I've given to represent the countless resilient spirits we've seen throughout history. Thomas had a vision, a dream to innovate in the realm of technology. His journey was fraught with challenges. He faced financial ruin, skepticism from peers, and countless rejected proposals. Yet, Thomas viewed each setback not as a sign to give up, but as a stepping stone, an invaluable lesson paving the way to his ultimate goal. It was his resilience, his unwavering faith in his dream, and his ability to learn from every failure that eventually led to his groundbreaking invention, changing the course of technology as we knew it. So, how does one develop such resilience? How do you train yourself to view failure through the lens of growth and opportunity rather than defeat? It's crucial to adopt a mindset of learning. Every setback, every obstacle carries with it a lesson. The key is to look for that lesson. Ask yourself, what can this experience teach me? How can I use this knowledge to better navigate future challenges? This approach not only softens the blow of failure, but also turns it into a tool for future success. Cultivate an environment of support. Surround yourself with individuals who not only believe in your vision, but also bolster your spirit when the going gets tough. There's immense strength to be found in a community of like-minded individuals who lift each other up during times of hardship. Draw inspiration from Sarah, a woman whose dream was to bring clean water to underserved communities across the globe. Sarah faced bureaucratic red tape, funding shortages, and on-the-ground logistical nightmares. Yet she persevered, driven by the knowledge that her mission could change lives. Sarah's resilience was fueled by the support of her team, her mentors, and the very communities she aimed to serve. Together, they overcame each hurdle, bringing her vision to life one well at a time. Another critical aspect of developing resilience is to practice self-compassion. Understand that setbacks are not reflections of your worth or capability. Be kind to yourself during times of failure, just as you would be to a friend in a similar situation. This practice of self-compassion not only aids in emotional recovery, but also prepares you to face future challenges with a stronger, more compassionate heart. Maintain a clear vision of your end goal. Remind yourself why you started on this path in the first place. This vision will serve as your North Star, guiding you through the darkest nights and stormiest seas. When you're clear on your why, the Unstoppably are to materialize step by step. Consider the tale of Michael, a young athlete with dreams of Olympic gold. Michael's journey was beset with injuries, doubts, and critical failures at key competitions. Yet his eyes remained fixed on his goal. With each setback, Michael adjusted his training, sought new strategies, and leaned heavily on his support system. His resilience and determination paid off when he finally stood on the Olympic podium, not just as a medalist, but as a testament to the power of perseverance. Accept the inevitability of failures on your journey to success. Build resilience by learning from failures, getting help, practicing self-compassion, and keeping your vision clear and close to your heart. Remember, the road to success is full of obstacles, but it is your resilience that will carve a path through them. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about moving forward with greater wisdom, strength, and determination. It's about turning failures into setups for big successes. Your dreams are valid, your goals are attainable, and you have the resilience to overcome and succeed regardless of obstacles. Take a moment to reflect on the essence of the millionaire mindset. It's a mindset that sees beyond the present, imagines the future with clarity, and takes bold steps towards making that future reality. This mindset is not reserved for a select few. It's accessible to each one of us, regardless of our starting point. The key is to start acting as if to live, breathe, and act in alignment with the vision of success we hold dear. We've delved into stories of resilience, action, and the power of relationships, each narrative reinforcing the message that the path to success is paved with more than just dreams. It's constructed with the bricks of action, the mortar of perseverance, and the framework of strategic relationships. From Claire's early morning endeavors to Lucas's networking triumphs, and from Sarah's unyielding determination to Michael's resilience, each story serves as a beacon, illuminating the path towards embodying the millionaire mindset. Don't just look at these stories as success stories of others, but as mirrors of your own potential. Each of you has the power to turn your dreams into reality. It starts with adopting the mindset of acting as if dress for the job you want, not what you have. Speak with the confidence of success, even if your voice already shakes. Take steps toward your goals every day, no matter how small, realizing that every step forward is a step toward realizing your dreams. But what does it mean, truly, to embody the millionaire mindset? It means waking up each day with purpose and passion. It means setting your sights not just on the accumulation of wealth, but on the realization of your fullest potential. It means cultivating an unshakable belief in yourself and your capabilities. It means surrounding yourself with individuals who not only share your vision, but elevate it. And most importantly, it means persisting in the face of adversity, knowing that every setback is but a setup for a greater comeback. Take concrete steps towards your goals. Start a process today that aligns with your vision of success. It might be reaching out to a potential mentor, enrolling in a course to hone your skills, or simply devoting an hour to improving your vision. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let the stories of those who've walked this path before you serve not as distant tales, but as sparks igniting the fire of ambition within you. Believe in the possibility of your success, for in that belief lies the seed of your reality. Let the essence of the millionaire mindset, the belief in oneself, the power of action, the strength of resilience, and the value of relationships guide you towards a future brimming with success. Start your journey today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. The future belongs to those who prepare for it now. Embrace the millionaire mindset. Work as if and watch the world open its doors to the brilliance and potential within you. The path to success is uniquely yours, but remember, you don't walk it alone. Together, move toward a future where our dreams are not just nightmares, but realities that brighten our days. When you reach the point where your desire for success is as vital as your need to breathe, you've tapped into an extraordinary force. This intensity, this profound drive, is what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary, the achievers from the dreamers. It's not merely about wishing for success. It's about being consumed by the pursuit of it, where every moment not moving towards your goal feels like a moment lost. Consider for a moment the concept of obsession. The word often carries a negative connotation, suggesting an imbalance or an unhealthy focus. However, I urge you to see obsession through a different lens, as a powerful, positive force that compels you towards your goals. It's this kind of obsession, a relentless pursuit fueled by passion and dedication, that creates champions, innovators, and leaders. This intense focus, this positive obsession, is about harnessing your passion to achieve your objectives. It's about aligning every action, every thought, every resource at your disposal towards realizing your dreams. When you live and breathe your goals, when your aspirations consume you to the extent that every breath you take is a step closer to your dreams, you unlock a level of commitment and determination that few ever realize. But how do you cultivate this obsession? It begins with clarity. You must first define what success looks like for you. Is it to innovate, to lead, to inspire? Once your vision is clear, your obsession, your unwavering focus on that goal becomes your guiding force. What holds you back from embracing your obsession? Is it fear, doubt, the opinions of others? Consider this: what could you achieve if those barriers were removed? What if your drive to succeed was as instinctive as breathing? Embrace this mindset shift. Allow your passion to become your obsession. Let this obsession not be a path to balance, but a journey towards achieving your fullest potential. Remember, when your desire for success is As urgent and essential as the air you breathe, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Now think about your goals. Can you feel that fire within? Are you ready to let this positive obsession lead your way? Let me share something crucial with you. The clarity of your goals can be the single most determining factor in your journey towards success. Picture this, you're setting out on a road trip. You have your vehicle ready, the tank is full, but if you don't know where you're going, how will you ever arrive? This is precisely how goal setting works. It's not just about having goals. It's about having clear, specific, and ambitious goals. Consider the story of a young athlete, someone with a dream so vivid and clear that every morning upon waking, the first thing they saw was their goal pinned across the room, Olympic gold. This wasn't just any dream. It was defined with every detail etched into their mind. The clarity of this goal guided every training session, every sacrifice, and every decision. And when they finally stood on the podium, gold hanging around their neck, it wasn't just a victory for them. It was a testament to the power of clear, specific goals. Now, you might wonder, how do I start? How can I make my goals clear and ambitious? Begin by asking yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve? The more specific you are, the clearer the path becomes. Do you want to grow your business? Specify by how much. Do you want to improve your health? Define what that looks like. The specificity of your goal is your compass. Take a moment here. Think about one goal you have, a desire you hold close to your heart. Now ask yourself, is this goal as clear as it can be? Can you visualize it down to the smallest details? This clarity transforms a mere wish into a target you can aim for and hit. Reflecting on this, consider individuals who have achieved remarkable success. They had goals, yes, but more importantly, they had clarity. Their goals weren't just wishes thrown into the wind. They were beacons guiding their every move. From inventors who changed the way we live to athletes who pushed the boundaries of human capability, their success stemmed from the clarity of their goals. But how do you maintain this focus, especially when obstacles arise? Here lies the importance of obsession. When your goal is clear, your obsession with achieving, it doesn't waver in the face of challenges. Instead, each challenge becomes a stepping stone, bringing you closer to your goal. You never faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. How did your perspective on your goal change during this time? More importantly, how can focusing on the clarity of your goal help you navigate future challenges? In crafting your goals, remember, ambition fuels progress. Don't shy away from setting goals that stretch you, that push you beyond your current limits. It's in reaching for what seems impossible that we achieve what's possible. Now consider the essence of your ambitions. Are they bold enough? Do they scare you a little? Good. They should. Ambition isn't just about achieving what you know you can. It's about discovering what you didn't know you could achieve. The clarity of your goals sets the stage for your success. Your obsession with these goals, powered by their specificity and ambition, is what will drive you forward. So dare to dream big, but more importantly, dare to define those dreams with utmost clarity. Take a moment to reflect on our discussion. How will you refine the clarity of your goals? How will your ambition shape your journey? Remember, the journey to success starts with a single, clearly defined step. Take that step today and let your obsession with your goals light your path. Turning your obsession into actionable steps is the bridge that connects the dreamers to the doers, the visionaries to the achievers. It's one thing to dream big, to have clear and ambitious goals, but it's quite another to roll up your sleeves and dive into the work needed to make those dreams a reality. Imagine for a moment a writer obsessed with the idea of penning a novel that would someday become a classic. This isn't just any dream. It's vivid, it's detailed, and it's fueled by a passion so intense that it lights up every fiber of their being. But here's where the magic happens. It's not just in the dreaming, it's in the doing. Every day, without fail, the writer sits down and pours their heart and soul onto the page. Some days the words flow like a mighty river. Other days it's a trickle. But every day they write. This relentless, focused action turns an abstract obsession into a tangible masterpiece. Now talk about momentum. It's easy to start strong, fueled by the initial excitement of your goal. But how do you keep going, especially when the going gets tough? Here's a strategy. Break your big goal into smaller, manageable tasks. Think of it as eating an elephant one bite at a time. Completing these smaller tasks provides a sense of achievement and keeps the momentum alive. But what about procrastination, that sneaky thief of time? Here's a tip. Start your day with your most challenging task. Mark Twain called it eating the frog. When you do this, you carry the satisfaction of having accomplished something significant throughout the day, which fuels further action. Let me share a story about an inventor obsessed with creating a device that would change the world. This wasn't just any invention. It was a light bulb. Thomas Edison faced failure after failure over 1,000 times. But his obsession didn't allow him to see these as failures, only as steps, learning moments that brought him closer to his goal. Edison's relentless action, his refusal to give up, led to a breakthrough that illuminated the world. Now think for a moment about your own goals. Are you taking focused, relentless action towards achieving them when you hit a roadblock? Do you see it as a stop sign or as a detour sign guiding you to find another way? Overcoming procrastination and maintaining momentum require discipline. Yes, but also a shift in perspective. It's about seeing every action, no matter how small, as a significant step towards your dream. It's about understanding that the path to achievement is paved with consistent, daily actions aligned with your goals. So how do you turn your obsession into the kind of action that leads to success? Start by defining the next step, no matter how small, and take it. Then take the next step and the next. Let your obsession fuel not just your dreams, but your daily actions. Remember that dreams become reality not just through the power of obsession, but through the power of action. It's through your relentless, focused efforts that your most ambitious goals come to life. Let your obsession drive you, but let your actions define you. What one action can I take today that will move me closer to my goal? Let that question guide you. Let it push you to move beyond dreaming into doing. It's not just about being obsessed with your goals. It's about being obsessed with taking the action necessary to achieve them. Let your obsession become your greatest asset, driving you to innovate, to persist, and to ultimately succeed, no matter what challenges you face. Remember, the only difference between a dream and reality is the action you take to bridge the gap. Each thread represents a skill, a nugget of knowledge or a piece of wisdom gained through experience. Imagine your dream, your obsession, as the masterpiece you're weaving. The richness of its detail, the depth of its beauty, all depend on the variety and quality of the threads you weave into it. This is where the role of continuous learning and skill acquisition becomes not just important, but fundamental. Think of the great achievers in history, the people who've shaped the world with their innovations, leadership, and creativity. What set them apart wasn't just their passion or obsession. It was their unwavering commitment to learning. They understood that to bring visions to life, they needed to arm themselves with the best tools possible, knowledge and skills. But how does one keep learning, especially in a world that's changing so rapidly that the knowledge you acquire today might become obsolete tomorrow? Here's beauty of learning. It's not just about accumulating information. It's about developing the ability to adapt, to think critically, and to solve problems innovatively. To support your obsession and drive your success forward, start by identifying the skills most relevant to your goals. Ask yourself, what do I need to learn to make my dream a reality? This question is your compass guiding your learning journey. Now consider the wealth of resources at your disposal. We live in an age where information is more accessible than ever. Online courses, books, workshops, seminars. The opportunities for learning are limitless. But remember, the quality of what you learn is as important as the quantity. Seek out resources from credible experience sources. Learn from the best to become the best. Yet knowledge and skills acquisition goes beyond formal education and self-study. One of the most powerful learning tools at your disposal is the experience of others. This is where mentors and networks come into play. A mentor, someone who has walked the path you're on, can offer invaluable insights, advice, and guidance. They can help you navigate challenges, avoid common pitfalls, and make informed decisions. Building a network of like-minded individuals, on the other hand, opens the door to a diverse array of perspectives, ideas, and opportunities. Engage with professional communities, attend industry events, and connect with peers online. Each interaction is a chance to learn something new, to share your own knowledge, and to build relationships that can support your journey. Now pause for a moment of reflection. Think about your current skill set and knowledge base. What areas do you excel in, and where do you see gaps? What skills could you develop further to fuel your obsession positively and propel you toward your goal? This reflection is not about dwelling on shortcomings, but about identifying opportunities for growth. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge and skills is a lifelong journey. There's no final destination, no point at which you can say, I've learned all there is to know. Embrace this journey with an open mind and a hungry heart. Let your obsession drive you, but let your commitment to learning guide you. Just like you set goals for other areas of your life. Choose a skill you want to develop or an area of knowledge you want to deepen in the coming months. Then take concrete steps to achieve that goal. Whether it's enrolling in a course, finding a mentor, or joining a new professional group, take action. Remember that your dreams, your passions, are within reach. The path to understanding them is paved with the knowledge you acquire and the skills you develop. So keep learning, keep growing, keep moving forward. We often encounter obstacles that test our spirit, setbacks that challenge our resolve, and failures that can either break us or forge us into stronger beings. It's in these moments that the power of a positive session becomes not just a catalyst for success, but a foundation for resilience. Imagine for a moment you're faced with a setback. Maybe it's a project that didn't pan out as expected, a job opportunity that slipped through your fingers, or a personal goal that seems further out of reach than ever before. It's easy to feel disheartened, to question your path, and even to consider giving up. But what if instead you chose to see this obstacle as a test of your resolve? Let me share a story that exemplifies this spirit of resilience. There was a scientist who faced rejection. After rejection, his quest to bring his invention to the world. Each failure, instead of discouraging him, only fueled his obsession with his goal. This man, Thomas Edison, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His obsession with creating a viable electric light bulb didn't just lead to one of the most significant inventions of the modern era. It also showcased an extraordinary resilience born from a relentless pursuit of a dream. Now consider your own life. Think about a time when you were knocked down by a challenge. How did you respond? Did you allow that setback to define you, or did you use it as a stepping stone to come back stronger? Obsession in this context isn't about stubbornness or refusal to adapt. It's about having a clear vision that guides you, a purpose that drives you, and a resilience that sustains you. It's about waking up each day with a fire inside that says, I will not give up. I will learn from this. I will grow stronger. But how do you cultivate this kind of resilience? First, by understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of the success journey. Every setback is a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to refine your approach and strengthen your resolve. Second, by surrounding yourself with stories of resilience, history is replete with individuals who use their passion as a source of strength to overcome adversity. From athletes who overcame impossible odds to achieve glory, to entrepreneurs who built empires from the ashes of their initial failures. These stories remind us that the path to success is often paved with setbacks. Third, by actively seeking out challenges. Resilience is like a muscle. It grows stronger with use. By stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing challenges, you're not just testing your limits, you're expanding them. Now, I invite you to take a moment to reflect. What are the sources of your resilience? Is it your passion for your work, the support of loved ones, deeply held belief in your mission, or perhaps a combination of these? Once you've identified these sources, think about how you can strengthen them. How can you feed your passion, engage more deeply with your support network, or reaffirm your commitment to your goals? In every story of success, there's a chapter of struggle, of doubt, and of failure. But it's the obsession with a dream, a relentless pursuit of a goal, that turns the narrative around. It's the resilience born from this obsession that allows us to rise, time and again, from the ashes of our setbacks. Remember that resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about moving forward with a deep understanding, strong commitment, and a clear vision. Let your obsession with your goals be the light that guides you through the darkness of failure. And when you face obstacles, as you undoubtedly will, don't let them discourage you, but instead reinforce your strength, your purpose, and your unwavering determination to succeed. Remember, the journey to greatness is fraught with challenges, but it's your response to these challenges that defines your path. Let your obsession fuel your resilience, and let your resilience pave the way to your success. Navigating the delicate balance between a burning obsession for success and the foundational elements of personal well-being and relationships is a dance as old as time. The journey toward achieving our dreams, fueled by an unwavering focus, can sometimes lead us down a path where the lines between passion and obsession blur and the scales tip, potentially jeopardizing our health and the bonds we share with those around us. Narrow for a moment the tale of an entrepreneur, driven by a vision so compelling that every waking hour is consumed by the pursuit of that dream. While admirable, this relentless drive can cast a shadow on personal well-being and strain the very relationships that form the support network vital for enduring success. It's a scenario far too common among the highly driven individuals among us. Yet it's within this narrative that we find crucial lessons on managing obsession without losing ourselves or those we hold dear in the process. The key lies in recognizing the importance of supportive relationships in sustaining not just a healthy obsession, but a balanced life. Our relationships offer perspectives that enrich our understanding, provide comfort during times of uncertainty, and celebrate with us in moments of triumph. They are the anchors that keep us grounded amid the tumultuous seas of our pursuits. So how does one maintain this equilibrium? It begins with self-awareness, recognizing the signs when our obsession starts to eclipse other aspects of our life. Are you finding it increasingly difficult to disconnect from work? Do your loved ones express concerns about your well-being or the time you spend together? These questions serve as canaries in the coal mine, alerting us to take stock and recalibrate. Integration, rather than separation, of our goals with personal well-being and relationships becomes paramount. It's about making conscious choices that honor our commitments to our dreams while also nurturing our health and cherishing our relationships. This could mean setting boundaries for work, dedicating time for rest and rejuvenation, and ensuring quality moments with loved ones are part of your routine, not an afterthought. An effective strategy is to involve your support network in your journey. Share your goals, the challenges you face, and the milestones you achieve. This inclusion creates a shared experience, making your personal connections stronger and more resilient, providing a bedrock of support that's indispensable in times of need. Managing obsession necessitates prioritizing your well-being. Physical health, mental clarity, and emotional stability are the engines that drive us toward our goals. Neglecting these in the name of obsession is akin to draining the fuel that powers your journey. Regular exercise, mindful practices, and hobbies outside of your work can rejuvenate your spirit, inspire creativity, and enhance productivity, ensuring that your obsession propels you forward rather than holding you back. What steps can you take today to ensure that your drive toward your goals enhances rather than detracts from your well-being and relationships? How can you make your loved ones not just spectators but partners in your journey? Remember that the pursuit of our dreams through a healthy passion can illuminate our lives, enriching them with purpose, fulfillment, and happiness. It should not overshadow the essential elements that make life truly worth living: our health and our relationships. Maintaining its balance is not only beneficial, this is essential for long-term success and happiness. Let your obsession be the wind in your sails, but let the compass of well-being and the anchor of supportive relationships guide your journey. In doing so, you'll find that the path to your dreams is not just achievable, but rewarding in every aspect of your life. Ponder on the true essence of obsession. It's a force that, when harnessed with intent and direction, has the power not just to transform individual lives, but to make a profound impact on the world at large. Today, I invite you to consider a broader vision, channeling your obsession not solely for personal achievements, but for contributing to the greater good, for making a difference that resonates through generations. Reflect for a moment on the story of a young girl passionate about the environment who started a movement from a single act of protesting against climate change. Her relentless dedication and clear vision drew millions to the cause, sparking a global conversation on sustainability and action. This young woman, Greta Thunberg, turned her obsession with saving the planet into a catalyst for global environmental activism. Her story is a testament to how a single, focused obsession can galvanize change and awaken the consciousness of humanity. But the journey doesn't end here. Think of the innovators, the dreamers, who looked beyond the horizon and saw a world not as it was, but as it could be. Consider the Wright brothers, obsessed with the idea of flight, enduring countless failures and skepticism. Yet their unwavering focus and dedication to their dream gave humanity the gift of the skies, transforming how we connect across vast distances. Now, bring this closer to home. Imagine what could happen if each one of us redirected even a fraction of our obsession towards causes and challenges that touch lives beyond our own. Whether it's innovating sustainable technologies, volunteering for social causes, or simply spreading kindness and empathy, the potential for positive impact is limitless. How do we begin? It starts with the questions. What am I passionate about beyond my personal goals? Is it education, health, environmental, conservation, or social justice? Identifying this passion is the first step towards making your obsession a force for good. Consider the skills and knowledge you've amassed in pursuit of your personal ambitions. How can these be repurposed or adapted to address the challenges faced by your community or the world? The path to making a difference often requires us to look at our abilities through a new lens, finding innovative applications for our talents. In this journey of harnessing obsession for good, remember the importance of collaboration. No significant change was ever achieved in isolation. Engage with communities, join forces with like-minded individuals, and leverage networks to amplify your impact. It's in the unity of purpose and action that we find the strength to move mountains. Pause for a moment of introspection. What is one cause that resonates with you deeply? How can you contribute to this cause with the same zeal and passion you apply to your personal goals? Remember, the goal is not to diminish the importance of personal success, but to expand the canvas of your obsession to include the well-being of others and the planet. Let this not just be a call to action, but a call to transformation, a reimagining of obsession as a powerful tool for creating a legacy of positive change. As you continue to chase your dreams with fervor and dedication, let the echoes of your efforts contribute to a symphony of progress, innovation, and compassion that uplifts humanity. Let your obsession not just illuminate your path, but light the way for others, turning dreams into reality, challenges into achievements, and individual success into collective triumph. The impact you can make is only limited by the breadth of your vision and the depth of your commitment. Use your passion for greater good, building a world where success is measured not only by personal achievements, but by the positive change we effect in the lives of others. We have explored the intricate dance between obsession and success, between dreams and the relentless pursuit needed to bring them to life. Take a moment to reflect on the journey we've embarked upon today, not just in words, but in the transformational thoughts and actions that lie ahead. We began by redefining obsession, painting it not as a shadow lurking in the corners of ambition, but as a beacon of light guiding us toward our true potential. Remember, it's that burning desire within you, as vital as the very air you breathe, that has the power to transform the impossible into the inevitable. We've seen through the lens of history and the stories of those who've walked before us that when channeled positively, obsession becomes the very fabric of success. It's about clarity of goal, the relentless action toward achieving it, and the resilience to rise above every challenge encountered along the way. But not forget, this journey isn't solely about personal achievement. It's also about how our obsessions can serve a greater purpose, how they can touch lives, transform communities, and indeed change the world. It's about harnessing that fiery energy, not just for our own success, but for the betterment of all. As we spend our time together, embrace our passion. Don't let them be mere whispers in the back of your mind, but let them be loud, commanding voices that drive you forward. Improve your focus, because clarity of vision is the compass by which you will navigate the turbulent seas of desire. And above all, take action. Dreams, no matter how vivid, remain figments of the imagination that one does not dare to pursue. You might wonder, how do I begin? The answer lies within you. It starts with a single step, a decision to move forward despite fear, despite uncertainty. It's in that first step that the journey from dream to reality begins. So ask yourself, what step can I take today? What action, however small, can move me closer to my dream? This is your moment, your turning point. The path to greatness lies before you, illuminated by the light of your own obsession. It's a path that demands courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. But remember, you are not alone. Surround yourself with those who share your passion. Seek out mentors who have walked the path before and build a network of support that will sustain you through the journey. Your obsession is your greatest asset, your compass, and your guide. It is the fuel for your journey and the wind beneath your wings. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it drive you toward your destiny. Move forward with confidence and determination. Let your passion be the key that unlocks the door to your dreams. Pursue your goals with passion, with purpose, and with an unwavering belief in your ability to achieve greatness. Remember, the only limits that exist are those you place upon yourself. Break free from those chains, set your sights high, and chase your dreams with the full force of your obsession. It is not merely about achieving success, but about becoming the person you are always meant to be. Your obsession, your path to greatness, awaits. Today, I want to give you a perspective lens, if you will, through which to see not just the world around you, but also the vast, often uncharted territory within you. Imagine for a moment you're standing at the edge of a vast ocean. Behind you is everything you've ever known. And in front of you, the waves crash against the shore with relentless energy and possibility. But instead of feeling the thrill of adventure, you're weighed down by invisible chains. Chains of doubt, fear, and the whispers of limitations that have been your constant companions for years. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're meant for something more, but an invisible force seemed to hold you back? Perhaps you've dreamed of starting your own business, writing a book, or simply seeking a happier, more fulfilling life. Yet every time you're on the brink of action, a voice within whispers, you can't do that. This voice, my friends, is the culmination of every doubt, every fear, and every setback you've ever faced. But what if I told you that today, right here, right now, you could choose to act as if those limitations didn't exist? What if you decided to believe in possibilities rather than constraints? You see, the most significant barrier between you and your dreams is not the world. It's the belief you hold about what's possible for you. Think about it. History is replete with individuals who faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles, yet chose to act as if those obstacles were mere stepping stones. They didn't possess superhuman strength or intelligence. No, what set them apart was their unwavering belief in their potential and their relentless pursuit of their goals. Consider the story of a young man born into poverty who dared to dream of a better life. Every morning he'd wake up to the reality of his circumstances. No wealth, no resources, and no connections. Yet every night he'd go to bed imagining a different future for himself. He chose to act as if his dreams were within reach, dedicating every moment he could spare to learn, grow, and build the future he envisioned. Today, that young man is a successful entrepreneur touching the lives of millions. His secret, he acted as if his limitations were illusions, mere shadows cast by fear. Now, I'm not suggesting that simply believing you're a world-class athlete will make you one, or that imagining yourself as a great musician will ensure your acceptance into a conservatory. What I am saying is that the belief in your potential to improve, to learn, and to overcome is the fuel for the journey ahead. The action you take, driven by this belief, is what will carry you across the oceans of doubt and fear. So how do we begin to act as if nothing holds us back? Start with a single step. Identify one thing that you've been holding back from doing. Maybe it's writing the first page of your book, applying for that job you thought was out of reach, or simply expressing gratitude to someone you love. Whatever it is, take that step as if you truly believe nothing could hold you back. Notice the liberation that comes from acting as if each step will build your confidence. And soon you'll find yourself doing things you once thought impossible. Remember, the chains that hold us back are often of our own making. By choosing to act as if they don't exist, we're not denying reality, but rather we're giving ourselves permission to explore the full extent of our potential. Carry the power of as if with you. Let it be a beacon that guides you through the darkness of doubt and fear. Act as if you can't fail, as if your dreams are within reach, as if the world is conspiring to help you succeed. Because, my friends, when you walk through the world with the belief that nothing can stop you, you'll be amazed at how the universe begins to open doors where there were only walls. Every thread is a decision, an action, a belief. Among these threads, there are those that shine brightly, colored with the hues of achievement and fulfillment. Then there are others less vibrant, woven from the fibers of fear, doubt, and limitation. It's within this intricate weave that our story unfolds, a narrative not predetermined, but crafted by our own hands. I want to talk to you today about a concept that is as simple as it is profound. The power of acting as if the barriers you perceive are merely illusions, as if your potential is boundless, awaiting your command to spring into action. This isn't a fairy tale or a flight of fancy. It's a principle grounded in the stories of countless individuals who have chosen to see beyond the visible, to act in defiance of the gravity of their own doubts. Consider the story of Michael, a young man from a small town whose dreams towered high above the skyline of his reality. Michael's world was one where opportunities were as scarce as rain in a desert. Yet he harbored aspirations that stretched far beyond the confines of his environment. What separated Michael from his peers wasn't a wealth of resources or an abundance of connections. It was his unwavering belief in his potential and his willingness to act as if his dreams were already within his grasp. Michael began his journey with a simple yet powerful act. He applied for a scholarship at a prestigious university, a goal that many deemed too ambitious for a boy from his background. Every night he studied by the dim light of a second-hand lamp, acting as if he was already a student of that university. His belief transformed into action, and that action eventually bore the fruit of success. Michael's story teaches us an invaluable lesson. When you act as if your dreams are within reach, you begin to bridge the gap between aspiration and reality. Now, let me pose a question to you. What would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? Would you write that book, start that business, pursue that course? Our lives are often circumscribed not by our actual capabilities, but by our perceived limitations. We erect walls around our potential, convinced that our dreams are too lofty, our abilities too meager. But what if these barriers are merely figments of our imagination? The truth is, the potential within each of us is like a vast ocean. Its depths uncharted, its breadth unfathomable. Yet we confine ourselves to the safety of the shore, fearful of the unknown. It's only when we choose to set sail to act as if the entire ocean is ours to explore that we truly begin to understand the extent of what we can achieve. Imagine for a moment a world where Thomas Edison accepted the dimness of his times, where the Wright brothers remained earthbound, content with the certainty of the ground beneath their feet. These individuals and countless others acted as if the impossible was possible. They embraced their potential, unbound by fear and doubt, and in doing so, they illuminated our world in ways previously unimaginable. Let me share another story, one that reflects the transformative power of belief. Sarah, a woman from a nondescript neighborhood, dreamed of starting her own business. To many, her ambition seemed misplaced, a mismatch for her modest means. Yet Sarah acted as if her dream was not a question of if, but when. She took small, determined steps, each one a testament to her belief in her potential. Today, Sarah stands at the helm of a thriving enterprise, a beacon of what's possible when you act as if limitations are merely stepping stones on the path to success. Remember that our potential is a treasure waiting to be uncovered. It requires not the right circumstances, but the right mindset. It demands that we act as if our dreams are not distant stars, but destinations within our reach. So as you move through the canvas of your life, act as if nothing can stop you, as if there is no limit to your potential. In doing so, you may find that the only limitations are the ones you choose to accept. What seeds are you planting? This isn't merely a poetic musing, but a question that goes to the very heart of our reality. Our beliefs are the architects of our lives, shaping the edifice of our futures with every thought and conviction. The power of belief is not just an abstract concept, but a tangible force that molds our reality brick by brick, thought by thought. Dive deeper into this idea. Imagine two individuals standing before a vast ocean. One sees an insurmountable barrier, waves that mock their ambitions. The other sees a challenge, an adventure, a path to new horizons. The ocean hasn't changed, but their beliefs about what that ocean represents have shaped their reality, determining whether they'll retreat or embark on a journey that could redefine their lives. Belief, my friends, is the ignition of the human spirit, the spark that fuels the engine of our actions. But how do we cultivate a belief strong enough to shape our reality? It starts with the mind, with nurturing a positive mindset that sees opportunities where others see obstacles. This mindset isn't naive. It's powerful. It understands that within every challenge lies a seed of growth, a chance to stretch beyond our current confines. Building self-confidence and belief in one's abilities is akin to strengthening a muscle. It requires consistent effort, a deliberate practice of pushing beyond comfort zones. Start with setting small, achievable goals, each one a stepping stone that builds your confidence. Celebrate these victories, no matter how minor they may seem. Each success is a testament to your capability, a building block in the fortress of your self-belief. Visualization is another potent tool in this endeavor. It involves painting a vivid picture in your mind of achieving your goals, of overcoming your fears. This isn't daydreaming. It's a rehearsal for success. When you visualize, you're aligning your subconscious with your conscious desires, programming your mind to act in ways that make your visions a reality. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates the transformative power of belief and visualization. Emily, a young woman with a passion for art, found herself trapped in a job that left her creatively stifled. Despite her talent, she doubted her ability to succeed in the competitive world of art. However, Emily began to visualize herself thriving as an artist, imagining the joy of creating every day, of her works being celebrated. This visualization wasn't passive. It spurred her into action. She started dedicating her evenings to her art, building a portfolio, reaching out to galleries. Today, Emily is a renowned artist. Her work's a testament to the power of belief in shaping one's destiny. So how can we apply this to our lives? Begin by challenging the negative beliefs that have taken root in your mind. Replace them with positive affirmations that reinforce your worth, your capabilities. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who see the vastness of your potential even when you can't. And visualize not just the success you desire, but the person you need to become to achieve it. But remember, belief alone isn't enough. It must be coupled with action. Belief is the sail, but action is the wind that propels the ship forward. Together, they can carry you to shores you once thought unreachable. Ask yourself, what beliefs are creating my reality? Are they serving me or are they holding me back? Cultivate a mindset that embraces possibility, that immediately sees the immense potential within you. Let your beliefs be the architects of a reality that is full of possibility, a life that reflects not just what is but what could be. Let belief be your compass, guiding you through the storms towards the stars. Remember, the power to shape your reality lies within you in the garden of your mind. Plant seeds of positivity, of possibility, and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. Belief acts as the thread that starts the weave. However, it is action that colors the fabric, giving it life and form, not mince words here. Belief, as powerful as it is, remains a dormant force until it's paired with action. Action is the bridge between what is imagined in the mind and what is manifested in reality. It's the difference between dreaming of a feast and actually sitting down to eat. The question then becomes, how do we move from belief to action, especially when uncertainty clouds our path? The answer lies in understanding that action, like belief, starts with a single step. It requires courage to take that initial step, particularly when the destination is not fully in view. But remember, the clarity you seek often comes through the act of moving forward, not before it. Let me tell you about Linda. Linda had a dream to open her own bakery. She envisioned a quaint little shop where the smell of fresh bread and pastries filled the air, bringing smiles to everyone who visited. Yet for years, Linda's dream remained just that, a dream. She believed in her heart she could do it, but the thought of leaving her stable job, the financial risks, and the unknowns of starting a business kept her stationary. It was only when she took the decisive step of enrolling in a baking and business course that her dream began to crystallize into something tangible. That single action set a cascade of events into motion, leading her to where she is today, the proud owner of a thriving bakery. What Linda's story teaches us is that taking action, even in the face of uncertainty, is crucial. But how do you go about it? How do you move from standing at the edge of your dreams to diving into the waters of realization? Here are some practical steps. Define your goal as clearly as possible. What exactly do you want to achieve? The more specific you are, the more targeted your actions can be. Break down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. Think of these as the individual steps on the ladder leading to your goal. Each step is an action point. Then prioritize these tasks. What needs to happen first? What can wait? This helps you focus on what's immediately important, ensuring that you're moving efficiently towards your goal. Now, set deadlines for these tasks. Deadlines create urgency and compel action. They're your commitment to moving forward step by step. Take the first step, no matter how small. Action begets more action. Momentum builds as you progress, each step empowering the next. Remember, the path to any goal is rarely straight. It zigs and zags with obstacles and challenges along the way, but it's through taking action that we navigate this path, learning, growing, and adapting as we go. Consider this. Every great achievement began with a decision to act. The Wright brothers didn't just dream of flight. They experimented, they tested, they dared to fly. Their actions transformed the dream of flight into reality, altering the course of history. In your hands, you hold the power to act, to move from the realm of thought into the world of reality. It's through your actions that dreams take flight, aspirations are realized, and the impossible becomes possible. So I ask you, what action will you take today that brings you one step closer to your dream? Let the answer to that question be your guide, propelling you forward into the world of action where your potential knows no bounds. Each of us plays a unique instrument contributing to the grand ensemble of human endeavor. But as we play, we sometimes hit a wrong note, face a challenging passage, or even encounter a section that seems beyond our current skill level. These are the obstacles and setbacks on our path to success, not signs that we should put down our instruments and leave the orchestra, but invitations to grow, to improve, and to persevere. Take a moment to acknowledge a fundamental truth. Obstacles are a natural part of the journey towards success. No worthwhile journey is without them. In fact, it is the challenges we face and overcome that give our achievements their true value. Imagine a mountain climber reaching the summit of a great peak. The satisfaction comes not just from the view from the top, but from knowing the cliffs climbed, the storms weathered, and the physical limits surpassed to get there. Resilience, then, is not just a useful trait. It is essential. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from failure, and to keep moving forward. It's seeing failure not as a signal to retreat, but as a guidepost for a new direction. Every setback is a lesson, every obstacle an opportunity to learn. Consider the story of Thomas, who dreamed of bringing clean drinking water to his village. The task was daunting. Resources were scarce, and the technology needed was beyond his grasp. Thomas faced skepticism from those around him and numerous setbacks as he sought a solution. Yet he persisted, acting as if each failure brought him one step closer to his goal. Thomas learned from each setback, refining his approach until finally he succeeded. Today, his village enjoys clean water, and Thomas is working to expand his project to other communities. His journey was fraught with challenges, but his resilience, his refusal to give up, transformed a dream into reality. Now, resilience is like a muscle. It strengthens with use. So how do we build this muscle? First, by accepting that setbacks are part of the process. Approach each challenge with the mindset that it is not insurmountable, but a puzzle to be solved. When faced with failure, take a step back and analyze what happened. What can you learn from this experience? How can it inform your next attempt? Cultivate a support network. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who can offer advice, encouragement, and a different perspective when you're too close to the problem. Remember, resilience doesn't mean going it alone. It means knowing when to seek support and how to use it to bounce back stronger. Practice gratitude. It may seem counterintuitive, but finding things to be grateful for, even in the midst of setbacks, can provide the emotional boost needed to persevere. Gratitude helps us see the resources we do have rather than focusing solely on what we lack. Let me share another inspiring example. Sarah was an aspiring writer who faced rejection after rejection from publishers. Each no was a blow to her confidence, a weight added to her shoulders. Yet she acted as if each rejection was a sign she was one step closer to acceptance. She used the feedback to improve her writing, to hone her craft. And in the end, her perseverance paid off. Her book was published to critical acclaim, the first of many. Sarah's journey was marked by setbacks, but her resilience, her unwavering belief in her own potential, led her to success. Let us embrace the challenges we face. We act as if these obstacles are not obstacles, but stepping stones on the journey to success. And when we stumble, let us remember Thomas, Sarah, and the countless others who faced setbacks but chose to persevere, learn, and ultimately triumph. Imagine starting every day with the sunrise, and not just as a spectator, but as an active participant in the beauty and promise it signifies. Each day is a canvas, and you, with your mindset and actions, are the artist. The act as if mindset isn't just a tool for overcoming challenges or reaching for distant dreams. It's a way of living a habit that transforms the mundane into the extraordinary. To live as if every day means to wake up and approach your tasks, your interactions, and even your obstacles with the conviction that success, happiness, and fulfillment are not just possible but inevitable. It's about embodying the qualities of the person you aspire to be even before you fully become that person. Incorporating this mindset into daily life begins with intention. It's a choice you make each morning before the world sets your agenda for you. Start your day with affirmations that align with your goals and the person you want to be. Affirmations like, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to, or today, I choose to focus on my strengths and possibilities. These statements, simple yet powerful, set the tone for your day, priming your mind to act as if the success you seek is already yours. But affirmations alone, much like belief without action, can feel like seeds scattered on infertile ground. To truly cultivate the act as if mindset, your environment plays a crucial role. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who uplift you and support your vision. Just as a plant thrives in the right soil, the right environment nurtures your mindset, reinforcing your daily affirmations and empowering you to act. Consider the story, Marcus, a young entrepreneur whose vision seemed to outpace his experience. Doubt and skepticism from those around him threatened to cloud his vision. Marcus made a conscious decision to seek out mentors and peers who shared his passion and optimism. These relationships became a source of strength and encouragement, reminding him to act as if he had already achieved his goals. Their support was a mirror reflecting the potential he felt within himself, even on days when it seemed out of reach. To live as if every day also means to embrace practices that reinforce this mentality. Visualization, for instance, is a powerful tool. Spend a few moments each morning visualizing your day, not just as a series of tasks to be completed, but as steps on the path to your greater goal. See yourself navigating challenges with grace, seizing opportunities with confidence, and ending the day closer to your dream. This practice doesn't just prepare you for the day ahead. It aligns your subconscious with your conscious intentions, making your actions more purposeful and your resolve unshakable. Yet living as if also requires adaptability. It's about embracing the fluidity of life, understanding that the path to your goals may twist and turn. Each day brings its own set of challenges and surprises. To act as if is to adapt with optimism, to see every change in the road not as a detour, but as part of the journey. Do not forget, however, that living as if is not about pretending or denying reality. It's a strategy for growth and achievement. It's about being honest with yourself about where you are and where you want to be, then bridging that gap with your actions and mindset. It's about embodying the qualities of the person who achieves your goals starting now in this moment with the resources and knowledge you currently have. Living as if every day is creating a habit of success. Weaving the fabric of your dreams with threads of daily action, belief, and positivity. It is a commitment to yourself, the courage to act each day, the resilience to endure, and an optimistic approach to success. So step into each day with the belief that our dreams are not only possible, but inevitable, and prove the power of living our lives as if. It's essential to pause and reflect on the journey we've embarked upon today. We've explored the vast landscapes of our potential, the formidable power of our beliefs, the undeniable necessity of action, the art of overcoming challenges, and the transformative practice of living as if every single day, each of these elements, woven together, forms the tapestry of a life lived fully, a life that transcends the ordinary and touches the extraordinary. Understanding our potential is the first step on this journey. It's about recognizing that within each of us lies an ocean of possibility, vast and deep. But to navigate these waters, we must first believe in the ship that is ourselves. The power of belief cannot be overstated. It is the wind that fills our sails and propels us forward, even when the waters are choppy and the horizon seems distant. Yet belief alone cannot carry us to our destination. It must be paired with action, the deliberate, purposeful steps we take towards our dreams. Action is the oar in our hands, the effort that moves us, stroke by stroke, towards the shores of our aspirations. And what of the storms we encounter? The challenges and setbacks that seem to rise like towering waves threatening to overturn us? It is here that resilience becomes our lifeline. Our ability to ride the waves, to learn from the tumult, and to emerge stronger, more adept at navigating the seas of life. Living as if is perhaps the most powerful practice of all. It's the decision to act each day as if our dreams are already within reach, as if our goals are already achieved. This mindset shifts the way we approach our daily lives, infusing each moment with purpose, each action with significance. So where do we go from here? The path forward is clear. It's time to start acting as if nothing can hold us back. From this moment forward, Approach each day with the conviction that our dreams are not just possible, but inevitable. Commit to action, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between us and our dreams is the belief that it's possible and the will to make it happen. Remember this, you have the power to shape your destiny. Your life is a canvas, and you hold the brush. With conviction as your palette and action as your strokes, paint a masterpiece that is uniquely yours. Let the beauty of your dreams, the colors of your talents, and the texture of your resilience be the legacy you leave behind. Remember, the journey to achieving your dreams begins with a single step, a step taken with the courage to act as if. So take that step, embrace the journey, and let the world marvel at what you can achieve. The road ahead is bright, filled with the light of your potential. Go forth and illuminate the world with your brilliance.